I'm just going to bring up our next comic. She's delightful. Please welcome Bailey Walvoord, everybody. Bailey Walvoord.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. So I'm Bailey. I'm a part of Generation Z, also known as Zoomers. We were born between 1995 and 2012. And the other day, I was talking to my younger cousins who are Generation Alpha, so the generation right below mine, and they have it so good. Like back in my day, we had these things called landlines. And the only thing you could do with them was call people in your house. You couldn't text, you couldn't send an email, you couldn't even play Fortnite. And they're like, what? You couldn't play Fortnite? Why would you have a phone like that? Could you at least watch YouTube? Like, no, this was 2005. We didn't even have unlimited data, which completely horrified them. And we had to follow these specific rules with our AT&T limited plan, because it cost extra to call people with different phone plans. You weren't allowed to call people with Verizon or Sprint or T-Mobile, not even grandma. We had to call her on the weekends. And texting was such a chore. First off, I had a flip phone. Like this was my exact phone from 2005. And we just lost our minds when we had a BlackBerry and it had a slide out keyboard. Like we just totally lost it. Because with a flip phone, you have to hit the number 4 times to get the letter you want. It was wild. And to finish my horror story of growing up in the late 2000s, I told my cousins, and my phone didn't even have an app store. The only games we had were Bubble Breaker and Solitaire. And they were like, what? What about Minecraft? No, we didn't have Minecraft. And I'm so tired of living through once in a lifetime events. Like we have our pocket-sized computers now. We had the Great Recession, and now we have a global pandemic. And yet, despite these things, my generation is still called Gen Z. I propose we change the name to Gen P for please not one more once in a lifetime event. So due to COVID, I'm with my parents who are Generation X. And to survive, I've been educating my mom on Gen Z culture. We started with the language. So I taught her a couple of common phrases that I'm going to be using from now on while living here. One of which was spill the tea, which is a phrase that means, tell me the gossip. Second one is, that's such a meme. And it's a very common phrase and it means, oh my gosh, that's so relatable. That is literally me right now. And finally, our favorite word is yeet. Y-E-E-T, which is a verb for throwing something as far away from you as possible. Generally, we yeet rotten fruit into our yards. Then we moved into the cuisine part of Gen Z culture. I was putting Cascade pods into our dishwasher the other day, and I said, hey, look, Mom, the ever elusive forbidden snack. And she was like, a what? And I said, like a forbidden snack, a brightly colored object that looks incredibly appetizing and appealing, but if you eat it, you might die. Our most popular delicacy is the Tide Pod. You might recall the Tide Pod challenge. We also like fish tank gravel. It's so colorful. It's like little pop rocks. Like who wouldn't want to eat fish gravel? My favorite is packing peanuts. They're crunchy on the outside but gooey on the inside. And my mom just couldn't quite wrap her head around this. So I tried to explain. I'm like, okay, just imagine for a second, like, bear with me. You're in the attic, right? And you see that like pink, fluffy asbestos insulation stuff, right? And all you want to do is just take a big handful, just put it in your mouth, right? Like, you relate to that. And she just rolled her eyes and said, okay, Zoomer. Thank you so much.
Woo! And thank you so much for watching that last video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and comment your favorite bit of the set down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, you'll definitely enjoy my other comedy sets on my YouTube channel, Comedic Chameleon. And if you do enjoy them, be sure to hit that subscribe button, which is either down below or somewhere around your screen. You'll see my chameleon, and you can click that to also subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you really enjoy my videos and want to help me out and help grow my channel, be sure to share my videos with your family and friends, or you can even become one of my patrons on Patreon. Additionally, you can also give me a coffee, which is, the link is in the description below, which is basically a virtual tip jar in this age of COVID. That's all I have for right now. If you enjoy my videos, be sure to stick around. Every week, Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m., I upload a new comedy set, so I'll see you next week. Thanks again!